Tottenham Hotspur get the win. Harry Kane does it again. Jose Mourinho's 50th game in charge at Tottenham. And Spurs are now top of the Premier League. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. It is match day today. West Bromwich Albion v Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. And a win today for Spurs could take us top of the Premier League. It might only be for a couple of hours, but let's get there. Opportunities like this have always been missed in the past, and it is about mentality today. Jose Mourinho, I'm sure, will want to be sitting top of the Premier League after this game. Going into this game, Tottenham are 5th in the Premier League. We've got 14 points, 2 points behind first place Southampton. And Tottenham are in fine form because the last time we lost in the Premier League was the opening weekend, losing to Everton 1-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. West Bromwich Albion are 3rd from bottom. They are winless so far this season. They have played 7, they have drawn 3, and they have lost 4. They have the worst goal difference, -10, alongside Sheffield United, and they only have 3 points. If Tottenham Hotspur won today's game against West Bromwich Albion, as I said, we would go top of the Premier League. It may only be for a couple of hours. The likes of Liverpool and Leicester City are the only teams that could then overtake us if we got the win. We must get the win. That is so important. But the worst case scenario, going into the international break, Tottenham would sit 3rd. The best case scenario, we would be top for the whole of the international break. Anyway, I'm now going to get the thoughts of Spurs fan Jason ahead of today's game. So, Jason, West Bromwich Albion today, the last 10 meetings, 2 wins, 2 West Brom wins and 6 draws. How do you see this game going today?
Oh, they're a nightmare, aren't they? They're one of those opponents like Norwich that we always have problems with. But, you know, looking at the team today, I'm hoping we won't have too many problems. But they are, I can't think of the word at the moment, but they are a nightmare for Tottenham Hotspur. It's you know, even into this weather, going up to West Bromwich Albion for an early kickoff, that would be a nightmare, let alone the match. So let's just pray we can get through.
Jason, with a win today, it might only be for a couple of hours, but a win today would take Tottenham top of the Premier League. You know, we speak about mentality. It's been spoken about mentality of the players, you know, for the last couple of seasons. You know, opportunities like this, they always seem to be missed. But how huge and how important is it today that the Tottenham Hotspur players sit top of the league?
Do you know, it's massive. I mean, we did it for a brief period under Poch, I think 2014 or something like that. So it's not very often we get to go to the summit. And certainly with Southampton going top for the first time in 30 odd years, you know, it's anybody's game at the moment. But I think going into the international break, you know, and with the games after the international break, that'll stand us in good stead. I mean, it's psychologically going top of the league is massive, especially with the team we've got.
Jake, where do you realistically see Tottenham finishing this season? With you know, because if you look at the type of football that Spurs have played so far, you know, particularly away, you know, we tore Southampton up 5-2. You know, we absolutely tore Manchester United to shreds 6-1. We grinded a result out of Burnley. You know, are you expecting a win today as well?
I'd like to think we have a win today. I mean, it was very difficult against Brighton. It wasn't a great performance. But again, these are the results that we need to push for. We need to grind these results out, and the best teams have always managed to do that. If you look at Man United over recent years and Chelsea, they've always managed to just get over the line with these little wins. And it's a scattergun approach at the moment with regards to the league, because you see Southampton top, Everton top, now potentially we could be top, but you need to find a little bit of consistency. Everton are starting to drop away a little bit. They've lost 3 in a row, I think, now. But it's up to us to push on and stand ourselves in good stead, because we have got some very, very difficult fixtures when we come back after the international break. And, you know, as I say, it's going to be difficult.
Do you think, though, Jace, that Tottenham can push for the, you know, can we be title contenders?
Do you know, I'd love to say that, wouldn't we? But it's, you know, we've been saying it for years. You know, we've had the odd occasion in '87, I think, where we had a chance. We always seem to just blow it, I think, over the last few years. We just get so close. You look at the Battle of the Bridge. Okay, potentially that might not have won us the league, but it could have. And we just need to have that mentality going forward that we can believe we can do it. We've got the squad now to do that.
Now, Jace, you talk about squads. Jose Mourinho has just named his starting 11 against West Brom today. Hugo Lloris in goal, Reguilon at left back, Doherty at right back, the centre-back pairing of Dyer and Toby Alderweireld, and then in midfield, Moussa Sissoko, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, and Tanguy Ndombele. And for the first time, the big three, those starting three, Gareth Bale, Heung-min Son, and Harry Kane. How excited are you for this starting 11?
Do you know, it's fantastic, isn't it? If you asked us even just a few months ago, having that combination up front, it is really the dream scenario for us. Bell's starting to get back to his fitness. He's been managed very, very well. But even in the midfield with Højbjerg and Sissoko, you've got some strength, some tracking back, and again some service as well, which is great for that now front three. It's going to be a famous front three. We hope. We've had partnerships over the years, but a trio. We're blessed at the moment, I have to say.
Are you surprised, Jace, in the season so far, how well Heung-min Son and Harry Kane have connected?
I'm not really. You know, it's been going on for a few years. It's just been slightly muted by the fact that Harry Kane's now being given that freedom of a slightly different role, slightly back, and able to provide and move forward onto the ball. And you know, it's been devastating for defences ever since after the Everton game, which was a bit of a shambles. But since then, they've really clicked and they've really moved on. And it's not just in UK; they're a European level of connectivity that's put them on the charts right across the world. Actually, to be fair,
Jace, we always talk about the goal scorers, but you know, a man who has been absolutely incredible for Tottenham so far this season, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. What have you made of him?
Do you know, he's been outstanding. I had him down as one of my players of the season at the beginning. I just saw something in him, and I'm really chuffed it's come to fruition because the guy is just outstanding. He's got that mixture. If we look back in the old days of Maxi Miller and Graham Roberts, he's got that kind of stance and that ability to just win the ball back and make a pass. And he's got that. I don't doubt he's in the changing room ruffling a few feathers as well. I love it when he takes a tackle and he sort of stands over the player going, "What are you doing on the floor? You know, you should be up and having a go with me," sort of thing. He's really got a great attitude, have a go attitude. And that's what we needed in the midfield. Winks was fine, but, you know, Højbjerg is a person that looks forward rather than backwards. And I think Winksy just needs to look towards him and take some inspiration, because constantly win the ball, go forward. And that's fantastic. He is absolutely brilliant.
I completely agree. I think he's a real leader, and I think that he is a future captain at our club as well. Now, just lastly, I want to talk about the defence, because Tottenham seem to be having trouble keeping clean sheets in the Premier League. Reguilon, Doherty, Dyer and Toby Alderweireld. You know, are you confident in this back four?
Do you know, they just need to run a game, so they need to get that confidence. You know, they've given goals away, silly penalties or free kicks in vulnerable areas. That's where our problem lies. It's nice to see Joe Hart get a clean sheet, even in Europe. I think he's been great since he's come to the club. And I believe Hugo's got that confidence in the defence. But, you know, as I say, we keep giving away little bits and pieces that we shouldn't be. It's down to mistakes rather than anything else. So once we get rid of those mistakes, the clean sheets will come. I'm pretty sure of it.
Well, Jace, talking of clean sheets, I'm going to go for a 2-0 Tottenham Hotspur win. What are you going for?
I'm going to go for a 2-1 because of that clean sheet problem we've got.
There's me talking about no clean sheets, and then I'm going to go on, you know, go
yeah,
for one.
Well, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? It'd be nice if we got the 2-0. Why not? 2-3-4. But I think it's going to be a hard slog. And if we win today, let's get us top.
Exactly. Whatever the score, let's hope that we just go top of the league and, you know, good times ahead. Jace, thank you very much. Enjoy the game and come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
So there you have it. Jason and I are both going for a Tottenham Hotspur away win. Of course, we have won 3 out of 3 in the Premier League away from home so far this season. I just went through the starting 11 that Jose Mourinho has announced, but the substitutes today are Joe Hart, Serge Aurier, Ben Davies, Joe Rodon, Giovanni Lo Celso, Lucas Moura and Carlos Vinicius. Another very strong bench. So the half-time whistle has just gone. It's West Bromwich Albion 0, Spurs 0. A drab, boring and frustrating first half for Spurs. We haven't even managed a shot on target. In the second minute, West Bromwich Albion had the first shot on target, which is their only shot on target in the game, actually. And Hugo Lloris was equal to it. Spurs had an absolutely glorious chance in the 13th minute. Ndombele, superb work from him, brought the ball down. Put it across to Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son took 4 touches before shooting, and the ball was blocked over the bar. But what a glorious chance. You would have betted all of your money that you had on Heung-min Son burying it and making it 1-0 to Tottenham. But a glorious opportunity missed. In the 18th minute, West Bromwich Albion had a great chance, a crossover from the right. Worrying because Grant was unmarked in between Toby Alderweireld and Eric Dyer, but he missed the header, luckily. In the 25th minute, Eric Dyer had to clear the ball off the line after a cross from the left. In the 34th minute, Livermore, of course the ex-Spurs man, shot outside the box over the bar. Worrying times for Tottenham these, because West Brom, as I said earlier on in the video, they're winless so far in the Premier League season, and they have looked a lot more threatening than Tottenham in this game. In the 40th minute, the ball was crossed from the right-hand side to Harry Kane, but well defended by West Bromwich Albion. Just before half-time, the 44th minute, a good cross from Reguilon. No one there in the middle. So far, it looks pretty drab. Tottenham need to do a lot more in the second half to get the result. Anyway, I'm now going to speak to Spurs fan Dave to get his thoughts on the first half. So it's half-time, West Bromwich Albion 0, Tottenham Hotspur 0. I've got Spurs fan Dave with me. Dave, I don't know whether to talk about the football or talk about your Sunday roast. I tell you, I have called this game drab, boring and frustrating for Tottenham. How would you describe it?
Yeah, all the above. I think we're playing at pedestrian walking pace. I don't know why we're so slow on the ball. I think Mourinho isn't very happy with what's transpired. Sonny perhaps should have scored, but he was put through on Ndombele, a lovely crossfield ball, and then he was on his own. I mean, he took about 3 touches. I don't know why he took so long to get his shot away, but that was the clearest chance for us in the game. But there have been few and far between for Spurs. West Brom have looked bright, and they've grown into the game. I think they've they've asked some questions, and lucky Dyer got one off the line there. And, they haven't, they're not penetrating that to that extent, but, with 0-0, as it drags on, as we all know, it's, we've waited so long to see these 3 up front, Bale, Harry Kane and Son Heung-min playing together. We've waited a long, long time to see them all start a game, and they've looked bright. We've seen flashes, but I don't know whether the games are catching up a little bit, and they probably need a little rest. Don't forget, they came back from Bulgaria on Thursday. And in the old days when we used to play these Europa games, we used to have a hangover every Sunday. I don't know if you recall a few years back. Every Sunday, there was a hangover, and I'm afraid they've all got a big hangover at the moment, and I think Mourinho is going to have to try and shake it out of them, because he's not happy. He's not happy bunny at the moment, and I think we will see some fresh legs, because we need some impetus. It's just too slow, and they're growing into it, and they could snatch a goal, and I can't. Where are 2 goals coming from rather than 1? I think it looks like a 1-0 all over this game. We might snatch a goal. It looks like Burnley repeating itself in a way, but we couldn't see it coming on that one.
You're absolutely right. Jose Mourinho don't look happy at all. There's been hard challenges in on Son and Kane as well. But I want to go back to that incident. Heung-min Son, you'd have betted all the money in the world for Heung-min Son to bury that. And he took so many chances. It was so unlike him, wasn't it?
Absolutely so unlike him. I just thought he would have hit it first time, but he took about 3 touches. He didn't do it, and the bloke did very well to get that off, to block it. But he should have put it inside the post. He was going across, whereas it was where all the traffic was. But it was unlike him. I said to you, are we talking about hangovers here? I don't know. They have played a lot of football recently. You can't say they haven't, but he will change it, definitely. He will make some changes. Wherever he might change it at half time, but yeah.
Well, Dave, you mentioned there we've waited so long to see Son, Kane and Gareth Bale all in the same team. We've had 62% possession so far in this game. We've had one shot to West Brom 6. We haven't even had a shot on target yet, where West Brom have had one. Are you worried for this second half, or do you think that Tottenham will turn it around?
I think they will turn it around. I think it just needs a flash of inspiration, a flash of brilliance, even if it's Gareth Bale getting on one, or free kick, or a deflection, or something like that. That's really what they need. It needs some sort of lucky break, really. I just hope they don't get it. It's not. I mean, we don't look at the top of the table side at the moment. Let's hope we can put a smile on Jose's face. It's because we don't want a 0-0, do we, or a draw? I mean, that would be really disappointing. So, yeah, let's try and go and get this odd goal. I think it's got. I don't know what was your prediction before the game?
2-0. 2-0 Spurs.
Yeah, 2-0. I think well, might be one, but I think we need to score it first, because I don't want to be chasing this game. I think it's, they're going to get even further back than they are already. So Jake Livermore seems to be up for this one, which we knew he would be, playing against his old team. And I think we were there the last time we were at West Brom. We lost 1-0. Do you remember that game?
Sadly, I do.
A header at the end. So we don't want to repeat performance of that either. So come on, let's bring a couple of players on, freshen it up and speed it up, because you're going to read the right at half time. I know. Dave,
old Jose needs you in the changing room, I think, at half time.
I see him up a bit and say it's too slow. They're sleepwalking in a disaster at the moment.
Well, Dave, enjoy the second half and enjoy your Sunday roast, and come on, you Spurs.
You Spurs. I've got steak tonight, by the way. Your old favourite.
Come on, you Spurs. The full-time whistle has just gone. West Bromwich Albion 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. We are now sitting on top of the Premier League in first place. We have now played 8 games. We have won 5. We have drawn 2. And we have lost 1. Sitting top of the Premier League. We just seem to find somehow to win these games. And it is absolutely fantastic. Grinding results out at Burnley a couple of weeks ago. At West Brom today, absolutely brilliant. It was a very boring, dull game, but Tottenham found the winner in the 88th minute. Now, talking through the second half, it was a very frustrating first half. It was a frustrating second half. Just after the break, 47 minutes gone, West Brom corner. O'Shea got the header in just wide. Very, very unlucky for them. In the 48th minute, just a minute later, West Brom, another chance over the bar outside of the 18-yard box. In the 50th minute, Harry Kane puts a lovely ball over to Gareth Bale. It was always stretching. The ball went wide. In the 59th minute, Reguilon shot straight at the goalkeeper, who saved. And then a couple of moments later, Reguilon got the ball again, shot over the bar. Shortly after, West Brom blocked a shot from Harry Kane. At this point, you thought, wow, it's going to be a 0-0 draw. It's a very frustrating game for both sides. It just seemed that both sides just couldn't get that goal. In the 63rd minute, Heung-min Son shot on target, a comfortable save for the goalkeeper though. Just a minute later, Ndombele went off, Lo Celso came on. 67 minutes gone, Harry Kane to Heung-min Son, who shot. That was then blocked. It came out to Lo Celso, and Lo Celso had only been on the pitch for 3 minutes. He was 6 yards out, and somehow he missed and put the ball wide. I couldn't believe it. Then in the 69th minute, West Bromwich Albion had a shot from outside the box. It hit the outside of the post. Very unlucky for them and worrying times for us. A couple of minutes later, they had another glorious chance that Hugo Lloris saved from a corner. And 74 minutes gone, Harry Kane free kick, edge of the box into the wall, then rebounded back, came out to him. He then hit wide. The frustration on Harry Kane's face just said it all. 78 minutes gone. Vinicius came on. Lucas Moura came on. Gareth Bale and Sissoko then went off. In the 80th minute, just 10 minutes from time, Harry Kane tries a shot from outside the box, blocked again. And by this point, you just thought that West Brom were blocking every single shot. Defensively, West Bromwich Albion had played very, very well today. In the 83rd minute, Vinicius had a shot. What a fantastic save by the West Bromwich Albion goalkeeper. And then that moment came in the 88th minute, just 2 minutes from time. Harry Kane header. Matt Doherty floats a wonderful ball in. Harry Kane gets in between the defender and the goalkeeper and just heads it past the goalkeeper. What a goal. What a feeling. What a moment. Tottenham Hotspur are top of the Premier League. So Tottenham are sitting top of the Premier League with 17 points. Two teams are in action today that could overtake us. Leicester and Liverpool, that is. Leicester are playing Wolves at 2 o'clock and Liverpool are away at Manchester City. But if they don't get the points required, Tottenham could be sitting top of the Premier League going into the international break. What a feeling that would be. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on the game today. I know it was a boring, drab performance, frustrating at times, but it is about grinding results out. That is exactly what Jose Mourinho's about. That is why he's won so many trophies in his career. I'm not saying that it's going to be highly entertaining football this season, but if Tottenham can win a trophy by sometimes playing boring football, then I will take it. You know, the trophies are way, way overdue. Our last trophy, 2008 in the League Cup. We need trophies, and I hope that Jose Mourinho brings them. However he brings them, I just hope that the trophies come. Anyway, please do let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. Until the next video, come on you Spurs.